Hello. Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna.
I'm
Did you see
impressed.
did you see what I put on the or I sent you? Like I know that was like really early, but
Yeah, I can't believe you were up that late. I hope it wasn't just me that you stayed up that late. That's
no,
great.
I usually have two people at least every week, for every day, like every session that I have, and I work full time as well, so it
Yeah.
does get a lot of Usually this is what I do on my side. But
Okay.
I love the fact that we're doing VBA today. So did you get a
That's
chance to look at like the solution?
I did, and I actually I'm going to move this screen up because I have so much open. Sorry. It's like
Okay.
between uh moving my work files around because this is more important.
I
There we
did
go.
see I saw some I forgot to ask you last time. Are you using a Mac or a Windows?
I'm using a Mac, but I have my work computer, which is a PC based. And I
Okay.
did upload Git Bash for Windows on my PC. So that's next to me. You don't,
Okay, that'll
so
work.
I have both of them. I have on my Mac, what I have in front of me is why I'm looking up. I have Zoom. I just moved that up so I could see the code at
Okay.
my eye level. And then I
Okay.
have the spreadsheet open next to Zoom up there as well.
That's good.
Um,
Okay.
so, and then I have my terminal window open underneath Zoom. I didn't know if I needed that or not, but I'm assuming I will at some point, so I can move that back
Yeah, I'm
down.
gonna switch like I made this into like a more like an adjusted screen because I'll be switching screen moving things around.
Okay.
But like I guess for like Mac versus Windows, the reason why I ask is a lot of the terminal coding, like commands is I did this with I really like I usually do this when you run like programs in the terminal. You could also do this with Python. And
Oh,
yeah, but then for Mac, it gets quite complicated because, like, apparently, I mean, all the commands are, you could do the same functionality, but just slightly different wording.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one did you want to, like, I guess, for later on, and then so that I can just focus on like Windows or Mac. For me,
Um,
I have a PC, so
you know what? All my work is on my Mac, but
okay, that's
later
fine.
on, I do have Git Bash open, and I can try the commands you're working on my terminal, and
Okay. I'm
if
pretty
it
sure it's gonna be
doesn't,
the same. Like for Git commands
like Git
seems,
pull, Git commit, something
yeah,
like that,
yeah. I
they
think those are
should
the
be
same.
okay.
I'll take a look at that because I know it's just creating a file, but we'll see. We'll try to debug it if something weird happens.
Okay. Okay. And then I can also share my screen at that point
Yeah,
too.
that'll be
So
good.
then because it is a little buggy, I think, because last night when I had class,
Okay.
Python, he's writing code in Visual Studio. So,
Okay.
I have that screen up writing script. And then on the right hand side, I'll have terminal up, which executes the script, but it never, like Saturday and yesterday,
Yeah.
it never did. So I know it's me, it's my error, because obviously that's why I'm here.
No,
But
actually, I saw your so like so I guess this is how we could do it. We have a lot of time, but this like the VBA class that you're taking, do you guys like multiple like assignments or is it just like this one and then because like I saw your code, it wasn't that bad. Like it was just a bunch of debugging. That
oh
was
yeah. Of course.
yeah.
Um,
It- yeah.
actually, yeah, this was the main homework assignment. What we do is he has a bunch of sub assignments so that we go through a lot of them in class, and then they're practice assignments. But
Okay.
um, for Excel and VBA, it's um, one homework assignment each. For Python, it'll probably be, my guess is like 4 or 5 assignments
Okay.
plus a team project.
Team project.
So
Okay, that's good. Right. Yeah.
yeah, so that'll be quite something. And the Python homework I'll get tomorrow night. So I want to spend about a day with it before
Okay,
probably
that'll be
setting
good.
up that, just
Yeah.
setting it up with you and relearning, just making sure I understand, also continuing to learn the GitHub.
Yeah. Are you guys using GitHub for all? It's what I've used GitHub for is usually just like sharing files, obviously, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he wants it that way just so we get comfortable. He's trying to give us best practices in the field,
Yep. Yep.
how, and so
Yeah.
just getting us familiar with these tools. Like first week in Excel, it was really just uploading onto
Yeah.
GitHub,
Yeah.
and then I would just take the link and put it into our boot camp spot. But this time he wants us moving forward, if possible, if it does work. If it doesn't, I'll do the
Yeah.
same thing again. But
I think it will work. The way GitHub, I'll talk about it, but it's pretty streamlined. The thing is like once you get it there, once you could always just transfer it to like you said, you can transfer it to because it's already online. But the process why you do that, there's the in between mechanics where you have to type in a few of these terminal commands, which is
yeah,
repetitive. Like it's just sometimes the wording commit like
I know. I'm
like you're
like, am
gonna
I
commit
giving
to it,
away? Like, what am I giving away here? Because that's a little, a bunch of red copy came up when I did that once, and I've never committed since then because it was like
Okay.
my entire directory. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. So,
Okay. No worries. Yeah. We'll get to that. But
okay.
it's so as long as you have like a file, like an account already, right? And then you have Git
Yes.
Bash.
I do. The Windows one. He has us on GitLab with,
GitLab.
and then GitHub. I don't
Okay.
have Git Bash for Mac. Do I need
Okay.
that?
You could get that one for Mac. There's a version for Mac for that one.
Okay.
If you look for it.
Okay, because he had said I think Git Bash for Windows and then Terminal for Mac or something was fine.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, once if we have Git Bash, once we get to that, we'll probably switch to Windows if we can do that, and then maybe I can help you on your Mac. Tim, you
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. It's always
Yeah.
there's always a counterpart. It's just a little different, but there's always a counterpart.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
They don't make it easy. I know. Well, and of course they're competitors, so I get it. But it's like, it's like I'm trying to make this seamless, and now my small desk, I need like the entire room now. So.
Okay. All right. So I guess let's start with like just explaining the code. I know you wanted to like go over that,
Yeah.
I guess in terms of best practices, yours
Mhm.
looks good. The way, well, so you coded all these different parts, right? Like the commenting,
Not well. Oh, sorry.
like most of these. There was only a few things I changed, but a lot of it was just basing it off what you already knew.
Yeah, and a lot of it, because he said, you can, for this class, he's like, you can Google and find code and paste it in
Okay.
and try it. It'll be buggy, but he's like,
Okay.
we all share code, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's fine. But, and everything I found had bugs in it. And, even if you copied and pasted, it
Yeah.
still wouldn't fully work. So I manipulated it enough to where there
That's
was a lot
good.
of
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's yeah, definitely I agree with your professor. Like a lot for me, with my experience, like I usually like knowing if you know like the basics of like the code
mhm.
and that's like the way like the syntax works, then you can always like edit. Like I would never like copy and paste like directly because then there's like so many different things that can go wrong in the middle.
Yes, I
But
was finding that.
yeah. But I did find those though. But before I do that, let's just look at this because I
Okay.
don't want to. So in terms of like finding different ways of like knowing how to code in VBA, I think what you did here is good. You could always just sample your own code. When you can record like a command while you're in Excel, right? Like that works if you just do this like record macro. And then
Okay.
what ends up happening is after you stop that one, then you could just like see like the different lines of code that you did. That's really like one of the ways, like if I were to like try to code something and then, you know, like this, and then if I wanted to just like do this and then, you know, like what I did here, and then I would stop recording this guy and I go back to Visual Basics, then you'll see that there's some code here, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then if that's why my go-to if I don't know what the coding syntax is for something that I would like to do, because you already know how to do Excel commands. Because Excel is like, I think everyone learns Excel, right? Like,
Yeah.
to a certain extent, like it's not one
everything.
thing.
Yeah.
So just go, pretty much like carrying what you already know and then learning the code behind the Excel is just clicking this. Like you could just record, like when you record this and perform a command like you like to know what the code is, and then you go back to this guy and then a module pops up. But this one is just a select thing. There's a lot of things, but and then if there's something that's like that you don't know what to do, you could always also search. But a lot of that is like it's not as open for VBA. So, but just to explain this, so the very first thing is like when you're trying to create a program for a VBA, you always put this public and sub, right? And then the end program is here. Like this ends it.
Now he just would start with sub. Do I do public because it's a public file that they need to see? Is that right?
So this public keyword, what this ends up doing is it makes your thing accessible. You could do sub, it could be private. Private is like, it's either without it or public or private. Because like private, what ends up happening is you can't access, it's like an access issue, like when you're trying to access something inside your code. Because this heading right here, and then this like, this and sub, it's what you call in code, like you're gonna learn it's more like a namespace. So it's like an environment. So everything there is like, it's a category of your code. So you put like all your like code language in there. But what if you were to access outside of that? If you put public in here, then other programs can access what's inside your code. If you put private, it's like a block. They can't access what's inside your code.
Yeah, we'll need it public because they'll want because we'll get into how the saving that they want. They don't want the full Excel spreadsheet, the final, because they're afraid GitHub will crash because they're such large. But they want a saved copy of the VBA script. So we'll upload that along with the screenshots.
Okay.
So
that's technically like the very first thing. When you even if you go to this guy, right, it already tells you and sub and then sub. So that's like the very first thing for like a VBA code. Like that's like the header and then the tail. And then what we usually do is we typically define or declare your variables, which is really great. You did this here, and then when I don't know if this was intentional, but you create like an alias for each one of these. Like you have WB and WS. That's great because for the most part, like if you write like worksheet or workbook, every time it shows up, it's just gonna make your life like very heck because there's a lot of writing. You could either do that or you could do a with. But
he taught us the short. He's like, whatever you want, just it just is helpful.
So like what I would say is something that's a very like recognizable, and then like very short because you're gonna be repeating it, right? And then for you, if you're gonna write it many times, it's just not gonna be efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like one thing I'll probably show you something that we've done. But when you're commenting these sections, it's really good. Like I like how you did this. Because then like when you're giving this to like another programmer, a lot of stuff gets kind of lost in translation if you just gave them a bunch of code, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he taught that. Yeah, I saw that. I was so thankful that you did that because I was like, what does this mean? And now, it helped.
Yeah, and then for the most part, there's really no like right or wrong in what type of comments you put. I would just make it like, okay, set current and then defining. Sometimes what I find like very useful is at the beginning of like my code, I put like what is this program doing? Kind of describing like the bits and pieces of the program, and then like what is this gonna offer? What type of service? And like and other stuff like other things I would like put is the type of variables. Like for example, if this program is gonna output like some type of like equation like value, you could put that. For our case here, it's just doing, I think it's like doing some analysis, right? Like maybe you can inform me that, because a lot of the examples that we do is they're slightly like non-business related. But no, I did understand the equations. I did understand the equations you put in here.
Well, that's good, because some of them I was like, what am I thinking? You know, and it was more thinking Excel and general math. And then I was looking up, because it's stock market, I had to go to the stock market website. Like, how do you describe yearly change? And
was that given to you guys? Was that given or
no, I had a lot of this was like you're on your own. What was given was the worksheet of instructions. So is besides the practice work, which a lot of code too was in there, which was we're able to use some of it, but again, it's all bits and pieces. So it was really like a challenge, and he's like, each one is going to be a challenge to apply what you learn, and you will make, so
mistakes. It's so, I gotta say with code, everyone makes like a lot of mistakes, like even like from pro to like amateur. And then that's when you're doing something good, because you always want to, like, has your professor talked about documentation of code, like code documentation?
He has talked about it in terms of, say, the writing here, documenting and committing as much as we can. And then that's where I ran into trouble, because I'm like, I don't know what to commit and I can't see anything. But I've uploaded, but I committed there, but in terms of through terminal, but documenting, yes, in terms of writing what you're going to do, that's as far as he's gotten.
That's like a lot of it is communicating to like someone else, like it's like there's different audiences. I guess you have to know your audience, right? Like it's like sometimes when you say too much on and then you already know like the other person, your client is like a programmer, it doesn't really help. So
right.
So like just knowing your audience, and then that's how you're gonna comment or document. It's the same word, documenting your code. Okay, so so for this next one, this is really good. I like what you did here. So like, I guess in general, when you're creating like loops, for me, I would stick to one loop, like one loop for all, like one big, because like, and then this is good because then it's in a way it's like, okay, you have this loop creating a header, right? That you're setting up the header. This is what this loop is doing. Like when this is ran, it sets up this guy. Like the first row, I believe, right? Yeah. So like that's good, because then you can just run that. That's a quick one. But then this next main loop runs like the analyses. Like that's pretty much.
Yeah, and I split them up because the code was getting so long and unwieldy that I felt like I needed,
that works.
I needed bits.
Like you knew this already. So like, let's just take it out.
If I can't even get there, I'm done. And that's kind of where I was towards some of it.
but this is good. I like this, because like when because you can always do it like two ways. Like when you start doing something, like you start having like the like documents, like the strings. These are strings, right? Like you start with strings, and then the analysis, all the numbers, I put that in another code. So because then at least I'm not always repeating this, because you're gonna always repeat this if it's inside this big loop, right? Yeah. But it works. So like for loops, you guys covered for loops and with loops, right?
Yes, we've covered for loops, nested loops, which
Nested loops.
I don't think I put in here, which I don't,
This is a nested loop. This is a nested for loop.
it is. Oh, okay.
Every time, every time you do like a double if, double for.
Oh,
Yeah, and even the with here, this with is like a for. Oh yeah, doing a with, it's nice. A lot of, I think in Java, and then like a lot of like syntax here is kind of similar for Python. It's easier. I don't think there's a with, so you're gonna see this again. Like the for loop, and then there's also the while loop, which you will see. But for the most part, I don't really like working with while loops. So yeah, like stick to like doing a for loop if you can.
okay.
When you're doing a while loop, there's a lot of you can run into trouble with like an infinite loop because you don't know the extent. You don't know the extent of where you're running that. In this case, you do for a for loop, right? You have this like counter, and then this goes to all your sheets. It's pretty like easy to know what it's doing because it's going to every sheet like within your workbook. So and then this next one tells you go to the next sheet.
Okay.
So it's good. I like doing that. And then for the with, what's nice about the with is like it takes away like all your like how in code usually when you have this dot like WS dot, you see that a lot in VBA. It's called like a method. Yeah, it's called a method. It's like a function that's embedded on like, and then this WS is because it says you do like dot row dot value. There's a lot of that. That's like the syntax of like VBA is you get the worksheet, you get the row, and then you get the value of that row. That's like the structure of like VBA.
Okay.
And so when you do like the with here, I like it because then this is good practice because then you can take away like a lot of these like the alias and just like focus on like what you need to do. And then when you do a clear, yeah, this is what I typically do too. You could just like make it equal like a empty string. This is like empty string, right?
Yes, but I don't know what is that the same as Clear's. I mean, obviously Clear's current cell. I just haven't had he hasn't stated that term before.
Okay.
So it's just I think when you get to the end of something,
yeah,
right, and then it's there's nothing in it, then it.
For which one?
I'm not describing it well.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's good to have that communication because then like like when the way I would code it, especially when you're coding something, and then like it makes sense to you, right?
Right.
But then when you're saying it, like when you're trying to explain it, sometimes like because code is just like that. Like that's why we try to document so that it becomes general. Like it becomes general. Like then what your words say is what you're actually communicating. But in a way, what this is doing is to just explain is for each worksheet, you're taking the first row. You're taking the first row, right? Row 1. And then row 1, that's like this guy, right?
Yep.
For each worksheet that you have in here. Hold on a second, my computer's like acting up.
Oh, it's such a big file. It was doing it to me too. So I
don't know. There you go. There you go.
There
okay.
we go.
It's still loading though, my mouse cursor. So anyways. Come on.
It's gonna be a bit, but I do have the spreadsheet up to the left, so yeah, I can reference that.
Okay, so for like the row 1, that value, it just pretty much says for all the values in that row, delete it, make an empty string.
Okay.
That's what it's doing. Like
gotcha.
For all the worksheets, you always read it left to right. For all the worksheet, for each worksheet, for each row 1, and then on that value, there you go. That value, make that an empty string.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the easiest ways to clear it. There's another function. I think it's like .clear or something, or VBA. Yeah, there's another function that you could write. .clear.
Okay.
If you did like this .value .clear, that would have worked. And then, but this is more communicable. Like it's easier to see what's happening.
Okay.
And then like for this one, oh yeah, another, because this was one of the things I had to debug. You know how when you use this index for a for
I
loop?
was so much trouble with that.
Yeah, no, it's like the for loops are usually, or loop in general are usually the ones that a lot of like programmers tend to get bogged down on, because you have to figure out like what's happening
Yeah.
like prior to like creating the loop, and you have to test it. Like, is my output right? You know. But but then if it works, then it's like it's good already. That's why you want to do it, because it streams everything, right?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what my suggestion usually when I use like, because like you're gonna get into like trouble if you keep on using the same one per se. Like if you use I and then you use I again, it works. There's other programs where it's gonna run into trouble because the I is being used more than once for
Okay.
different things. And another thing is when you're creating like, you've already done it here, when you're creating like variables, or indexes, I usually like, I mean, you can make it, I or something descriptive. I do that. Maybe you don't have to do that, as if it depends on your code. Like you could use I and then the next one can be like, or like A and then B or X, Y, Z. Something that's easy to like follow. So it's not like all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. So like maybe like something sequential. Yeah. Okay. So here, what it's doing is you already created this array, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the array, and these are all the string labels that's supposed to go on the first row. So like instead of inputting that every single time, yeah, you can create a for loop. This L bound command is just the lower bound, so it takes this guy, and then it goes all the way to the upper bound, which is this guy, and then
Okay.
and it just tells you like, okay, for all of those, loop through all the header array, and then you go to the body of the for loop, and then it tells you, okay, for each worksheet, at this cell right here, so 1 plus I, which is this header dot value, make that header like equals these headers, and
Okay.
it'll run to, it'll run to each one of these guys one by one sequentially and then
Okay.
input each one of these, which is good. So that right there works. You can just do that, like that syntax, and then after you finish it, you obviously put like the next step. And then here, what you did here is good. This is just what I like about like VBA is there's a lot of like, like the same way as you edit in Excel. There's things that you can do in format like Word.
Mm.
Uh, for each one of those, there's like already like a pool of commands, which is like, creating a bold, and it's pretty easy. It's just, that first row, that font, that bold. Same with this one, alignment. This makes it justified, right? Center justification for the vertical alignment.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just for like that. But now I guess let's talk about the real deal.
The real meat of the issues.
Yeah. So okay, this one. So oh yeah, like I had to comment on this. You know how like you have this like declared here, and then you declared this one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to declare them only once, like up to usually at the top of your code. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Declare. You could, yeah. I mean, these are local variables. I guess you could say these are local here because
Okay.
it's local to the for loop. Yeah, but yeah, like I would probably like just group them all in one place. And yeah, all of this, yeah, it's pretty simple. You declare it, and you tell it what data type you have. And oh yeah, the one thing that's good to always track for Java and VBA. You're always declaring like the data types before you use them. In
Okay.
Python, it's really, you don't have to do that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. You could
Oh,
just use
learning that. That's right. That's right.
you could just use the variable, and then but then logically, it's up to like the user, the coder, to like use it and the way it's supposed to be used.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So, yeah. And then the one thing I don't like about VBA, like I want to always like tell people this, like when you're choosing different things, is when you're using VBA, it's good, but it doesn't like, you know, when you ran this, nothing happened, right? There was no error message, but
Yeah.
it didn't run the what you wanted to. It didn't do the analyses. It didn't do,
Yes.
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. It did this part. It did this one right here.
Yeah.
But like still, I was like, what was? And that's what I don't like, because it doesn't tell you where the error is. It doesn't. You have to look for it.
Yeah. That's where I just was like, what happened?
And then for some, I think if VBA was your first language, it's a little bit harder, because you're kind of like lost for hopes, because then you have to like scavenger hunt the whole thing. Like if you were to use like Python, it at least tells you which line, like what line your error came from. That's not making your code work. But
Yeah.
but like, okay, let's look at this. So yeah, this one is good. What you did here is like you wanted this to be general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you go with like the second row, and then you kind of loop through that by checking, oh yeah, do you have the same stock name? And then if not, and you add to this guy, right? So
Mm-hmm.
right here, you add to this guy. To the summary
Yeah.
table. So that's good practice. You always want to do that, where you want to keep it general, like, and then so you start with 2, and then you kind of loop throughout the rows, and then here this is also good, like, because then this becomes one of your the range for your for loop. So once you know like the beginning and then the end, then you can set up your for loop. So, and then like, this is also good. Before you always do a for loop, you always want to initialize your variables, and and then you can change it as you switch to a different stock in this case. So for this one, okay, so this is what the first thing that I had to debug. So you know how like you had O here,
Yeah.
right? Like as your index, and then a lot of the body of the code was still had I, like it was
Oh
used.
my God.
Yeah, yeah. That was it. That was
Oh,
honestly the biggest thing.
oh my God.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. It wasn't even funny.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like that. And that's why I don't, if you were in Python, it'll tell you exactly what happened. Like, oh, by the way, there's an error here. I can't find your counter because I'm inside this loop and you had it as 0 or O.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But that's fine. Like, that's why I was like, every time, I guess when I'm looking at like a for loop, like if like when you encounter this again, you're obviously gonna see it. But when you declare or use like a counter or index here, just make sure everything inside is using that one.
Okay.
And that's just it. And because over here, yeah, same thing, right? You have this I, and it's using I here,
Okay.
and everything should work. And then the other thing, there was another. The one thing I don't like about VBA is like it doesn't also tell you like the variable names, like that. Did you define it? Like it doesn't tell you. Like you could typically just put whatever, like after you declared it here, and then you put another variable, but you misspelt it. What if you misspelled the variable? Like it doesn't tell you that, oh, by the way, you didn't declare this variable that you misspelled, but you actually meant this one somewhere.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I forgot which one it was. I think it was like it was saying sticker instead of ticker. I think that's what I remembered.
Oh, you know what? I kept doing that. I think my eyes were just getting crossed with all
Yeah,
that.
it's all good. That's why I don't like. Yeah, yeah. One of those things, like should you use a VBA for this?
No.
Like that checklist. The one good thing about VBA, like, just is how like a lot of like spreadsheets, you always do, especially if there's a list of things. It's clear that it's here, and you can just set it up right the input, and then so with VBA, you can set up your spreadsheet and then just run it, like what we did here, right? So like have them appropriate in the right place, and then just run the code, and it's already there. For Python, it's a little it's not intimidating, but it's not as visual. You have to use a module, and then you have to think like, oh, where's my data? Like I can't see where my data is, but you have to do some analysis with it.
Oh, wow.
So, but this one, you at least have a visual.
Yeah.
So good and bad,
Fun.
but the one thing is it doesn't tell you the error. It doesn't tell you which line. Doesn't tell you.
No, and or it would say like error 6 or undefined, and then
Okay.
I'd go and Google what is undefined in VBA,
Okay.
and then it would just any of 100 things you have to figure it out. I'm like, I'm sorry, no.
But it doesn't tell you which line, right? If it tells you the line number, at least you have a fighting chance of like clearing
Yeah.
all the different routes.
Yeah, well, there was a little button here that was like it would it has a bunch of word or just lateral lines, and then a little arrow
Okay.
that because I can't see the top of your
Oh, you're talking
sheet
about.
there.
Okay.
That it
This guy?
it will go through it'll toggle through each line and highlight it in yellow. And so that's where I would
And then
consistently use
okay.
that. It wouldn't form, but then it would stop and say a random error message, and that's the only way I knew something was wrong,
At
but it
least there's
wouldn't tell
something
me.
there, right?
Yeah. It was a lot, but that was really the only way I could find that at least I was in the general area of what the issue was. But then another problem is like it would run past lines thinking, and
It would. Yeah. That's like logical versus like there's a bunch of errors. There's like logical syntax errors. If it's syntax error, that it won't run at all. Okay, is this okay?
oh, probably another second or minute or so.
Yeah, my internet connection has been really bad. I have Spectrum, so
Oh,
it's
so do I. Yeah,
I have Spectrum too. Okay.
yeah, I'm on cable. I got new like Eero boosters, so I'm hardwired in. But first couple of
Okay.
classes, I don't know what was going on. I think everybody was online, and even while I was hardwired up, still the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi in the area was sucky. So.
Yeah. No, I heard because of the wildfires. Yeah, but then now
Oh.
obviously it's still doing that, right? Even though it's clear, but it's because of the spectrum. They're doing the flexing, something like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's helpful for us. Ay.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's see the sun. Is it still? Oh. Okay. Anyways, can you see the screen at least?
I can definitely see
Okay. Here
your
we go.
screen. Oh, there you go.
Oh, perfect. All right. So let's just not do that. Like, okay. So like I know it runs already, but let's So after that, like those two things, there was really nothing else. The if else statement here, changing. You already know how to change the color, which is good. And
Yep.
then like printing it out. When you print it out, like in VBA, like one of the things that's good is like you can just switch what you have. You can read from the cell, and then you can print out by just doing this exact thing, the value, and making it equal.
Okay.
So you switch this out right to get the value.
Okay. Yep.
But the value is on the right side because you're reading it,
Mm-hmm.
and and then from when you're trying to output it, you put the dot value on the left. That's just the one of those things. That's one good thing about VBA is like the input and outputting is really easy. It's just read from
It'll
the
get there.
and then
Sure.
this one right here is like, oh, that value. When this dot value is on the left, that you're outputting this to a variable. You're making this equal because you've already created this. What's it called? You know, that's like the procedure is read from the cell, perform some calculation, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
read from the cell here, and then perform a calculation from what you got from the cell, and then output. Well, printing is outputting it.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna do that a lot with VBA. That's really like the essence of it. Is you have your inputs written down, which is given to you, the data set,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have these like equations which you're gonna apply. It's gonna do it on its own, but you don't know where that environment is until you output that value, and that's usually how you check if you did the math correctly. Because if you run this, it doesn't have a console, and that's a lot of programs have that where you're not necessarily done with the program, but you're checking if you have the right value, like is
Mm-hmm.
it performing correctly. But in VBA, you have to output it in the spreadsheet in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, so does that part kind of make sense like that?
It does. And it does. And I think, I mean, I say that right now, but I'll lose it again. But I think that obviously, since this is a big tough one for me, it just will take more practice.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah.
like only a week and a half that I've been learning this.
Oh,
So
really? Oh, okay. I thought it was like 3 months already.
no, this is a week's class. This is it.
Okay.
So
Yeah. What I can do is I can send you, if you don't mind, I can send you some of it because the class I took was like 3-4 months long of VBA.
really.
Yeah, there's a book as well that came with it. I'll just send you what we did there. Excel and VBA was like together.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would like to
Yeah.
see, because I think I can, if I get the hang of this, I can use this program at work
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
It's
I just need to not screw it up.
it's a lot of what's it called? You gotta be quick and accurate, which is hard.
Yes, it is. I'm a right brain person too. So doing this left brain
Yeah.
math, engineering,
It's
computer logic is hard.
I always say it's acquired. Math is like acquired. Like you're never innate. You just have to do more of it. You have to do more practice, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And honestly, the last computer language I really learned programming wise was
Yeah.
DOS
Oh,
in the
DOS.
80s. Yeah, in the
Oh,
80s. I
actually, DOS is good. It's the terminal. It's the terminal, right? That we're doing.
yeah.
You can still do DOS, but
Well,
like just learning, yeah. But then it branched out now.
yeah. Thank God it changed. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's try to finish this one, and then like, I'll show you the GitHub. After this part, you kind of did like all these. It's just different if else statements, and then
Mhm.
you know how to do these ones. Like you're just comparing an if else statement is just when you're comparing two things, and then you get the value. And the point of these is you wanted to get like the minimum and maximum. So you're trying to compare each yearly price, like to the max percentage, and then okay, because like I think this is one of the challenge questions, right? Like yeah, so you can get the max
Yes.
volume, max ticker name, min ticker name. Oh yeah, and then there was another debugging thing. Like it was outputting some volume here. So just be careful with like the min and max. Whatever. It doesn't have to be this one, but if you're being consistent with what you're comparing, like if
Okay.
it's yeah, so like min and then there's max here, and then max volume. All this is good, and then this is good practice as well. Is reusing the variable. When you make it equal 0, then you can on the next like row, you can reuse that variable, and that, but you have to think back to it like is it not clashing with another variable? But yeah,
Mm.
apparently yeah, this one like this one was like I would say that it's the most efficient. I would say the only thing is like maybe arranging like this to the groups, and then for the for loop, yeah, like once you have like everything working, maybe you can rewrite this on to like make it only one for loop.
Okay.
But code is always like that. Like after you get something right, then you go back and make it more efficient, more efficient. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, and then I technically just added this part. This is just to auto fit. Like if you took a look at like these, because a lot of these words weren't appearing, like the very first time that it's being outputted, like it was like this.
Oh yeah. You know, he showed us that like for 30 seconds and then I didn't, you know, it was so fast that I didn't catch what it was. Okay.
Okay, it's autofitting. A lot. This autofit method is very general. You can put this in anything. Like you could put ws cell dot column or row dot autofit. So
Okay.
just put dot autofit, and then it should work. You know, for throughout your whole entire worksheet. So that's what I did.
Awesome. Okay.
Yep, and then
Wow.
that's pretty much it. That's the gist of like the code. And then I tried to. So I was working on that on the sample. And then I worked it out here, and then there was no error. So that was good. It's just it takes a while because yeah, I don't know. There's like 60,000 items in this thing for each
Yeah,
one.
it's massive. Yeah, that's why he was, and he said last night, he was like, I just want to make sure before you turn in your homework that don't turn in the full worksheet, but the VBA script plus the screenshots. And he's like, that'll, otherwise the sheet's too big. And there's over 60 students in this class plus every other
That's good. That's good. Yeah, man. Maybe the way he's gonna correct it is he's gonna just use like an autocorrect. I think that's usually how it's done.
I think looking at the VBA script, he probably might take that and then
Yeah.
put it into the sample, or you know, maybe they have a preset graded sample that they'll use against it to reassure. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Probably. Oh yeah. So you mentioned something. I think I read through the notepad like instructions. He said something about like a screenshot.
Yes.
I think he just meant probably just isn't just I don't think you can get a screenshot of everything. It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. I mean, this is good because that's what he showed on the instructor sheet, to just like, you know, this amount of size, and then that way, because then I have like you saved here 2014,
Okay.
15, and 16. That'll show it's 3 different sheets.
Okay.
And then all the values, of course, are separated out differently on each sheet. So that's good. That at least shows. Plus the script that it's you know, it was flushed out. Yeah.
Okay. I think when he meant script, I guess to clarify that one, does he not want like I for me isn't it just like the .xl this file, or is it something else?
It's the VBA script within the Excel file. So this sheet that you're showing right now,
He just wants this one?
this one. So I don't know how to save just in what do you call it? A VBS file. Yeah.
A what file?
A I guess visual. Well, I guess that's what this is. Visual Basic Script file. I guess that might be just how it's saved.
Visual Basic file? Isn't it VAS basic file?
He said VBS.
Let me see.
Don't upload spreadsheet, just screenshots and VBA. Well, VBA script. So I guess however.
Oh, VBA script. VBA script. It's not the extension, I think. This is the extension, VAS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't say in his notepad what extension. He just said VBA script.
Okay.
Maybe check. Yeah, you think you can check with him? Like I don't know if that's what he wants. And then,
well, I think we're fine here. I think he, you know, because he was, you know what, I think he was referencing because now that we're in Visual Studio Basic, he's like, he was referencing the files that he's showing us.
okay.
Yeah, this is why the crossover between learning something new and finishing is a lot. But so long as they are able to read this script, you know, it's public, they can read it, the instructors can read it for review, then I'm good.
Okay, if that's one thing that he needs, I would probably just print it as like a notepad. You could print it as a notepad and read it that way. You could
how do I do that? I can't see the top of your all your tools at the top to see what you're pressing.
If you press file and export. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Export. Oh,
You
got
could
it.
either
Okay.
maybe print. I mean, like if you print it, like you can make it into a notepad. But if you export, it gives you this basic file, which I think is what he wants.
Oh, okay. Oh
It's the
my
only
gosh.
option you have. There's no,
Right?
see, there's nothing else in here. So I'm pretty sure this is the one.
Oh my gosh, too funny. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Because like I thought at first it's like, okay, it's just a script, or is it just the Excel file altogether? Because how's he gonna how's he gonna check it? Maybe read off the BAS, or like run the BAS file.
there. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, so yeah, just mess with that and then ask him specifically, because what you could do, you could always just save it as like a .xlsm. This is the file, the Excel file that runs Visual Basic.
Perfect.
Or
Okay.
if he says BAS, just export. So you have those two
Okay.
options.
Okay. Excellent.
And okay, and then we talked about the pictures. So that one isn't that bad. I think. What do you think of that process? The debugging, and then like this. If you were to do this again, you think you can like
Uh, I'll be calling you, but sure.
yeah.
You know what? It's like I say, each time it'll get, I won't say easier, but I have an understanding of the basics now, which is good.
That's all that matters. Like, cause like everything is just gonna get applied right from the basic.
I won't have a choice. So I think that, it'll be, yeah, I think, as time moves on and, if we have to
Okay.
use this again for a project, I can go back and at least reference this in some other homework to be able to, or practice sheets to be able to move forward.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always here. Like I like doing the this type of like inquiry, like like VBA, anything Java. Like once we get to Python, like just ask me because I always tell people like I like to be the code guru eventually.
Hey, all right, all right. Well,
It's
I
like
know who to call.
one of the one third things I want to do. Like there's like things like I would like pursue, and that's one of them.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. That's perfect. Well,
Okay,
I
so
for
let's
sure.
try. Do you wanna move on to GitHub?
Yes, let's
Okay.
let me I'm gonna minimize that window and that one. And let's see, where did I put that? Oops, disappeared on there. Where are you at? Okay. Where did you go? Too much open. That's what happened. Okay. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I
One of my bosses like he has like every file in his like desktop. Every file. It's like the whole thing is like filled. I was like,
how do you function?
yeah. How do you search through that?
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so I have my GitHub open and
Okay.
my
Do
repository is open.
you want me to guide you through it, or just you want to see it first, and then maybe we'll look at how you would do it.
I would love to see it first. Oops, I'm going
Okay.
to my PC, and so then I have the Git Bash window open.
Okay. And then what happens when you click on it? There's this terminal.
It's a terminal, yep, and it says S.
Is it like
McLean.
this one?
Yes, yep, and it has my name, S. McLean 10, Ming W64. Yep.
Okay, perfect. That's like a good. This is usually what you see when you open it. It's like and then we'll just type a few things. But before we do that, I wanted to go over like the GitHub, like because this is probably like. Do you guys already have a repository that you have to like transfer over, or you have to create that?
README and then all the actual homework.
Okay, so sorry, like my internet was cutting out. What did?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we do have a folder system that he has us create. So this week's folder, I'll just read the line. So it's Sarah McLean 17 is my heading.
Okay.
/UCI_homework_McLean. And then the folder in there for this week is VBA_challenge. So that's the folder.
That and then that is that a repository? Does it say repository?
It's the repository is UCI homework McLean. UCI_homework sorry, UCI_homework_McLean, and then under there are a bunch of folders. So one of the folders created was VBA challenge, which will house the homework.
Okay, so I guess there's already that one, and then all we have to do is push it to that. We have to look for, maybe go to that repository. Like I already created one here. So like if that was the one, it would look like this.
Okay.
And then one thing I would do is like, do you see like this .code or clone?
I don't see it on this level. I see it on the main board. Yes, I see code here. Okay.
Okay, because we have to like link like this guy to whatever we're gonna use for our, because it's like a communication between like GitHub and then your local computer. And then what you want to do first is this. So when you do click this code and you go, it says clone here.
Mm-hmm.
And then click and highlight this guy.
Okay.
And then you copy it. And I would go to here.
Uh-oh.
And I guess the very first thing is this guy. So you type in git and then clone.
Okay, sorry, my Git Clone.
And then you paste. You right click and then paste.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Because I'm going from, oh my God, I did a dumb error. I went from my Mac getting.
Oh, I see. And then, but it's on the Windows then.
yeah. But okay, so you know what?
Yeah, maybe I'll just show this first. Okay, so you see this one?
GitHub. Okay.
Yeah, and then after you paste it, you just press enter.
Or actually, I could probably just do this on terminal, right? So it just follow, because I think this is how he has us do that.
Okay.
And just, yes, so then I have github.com, Sarah McLean, UCI homework.git. Okay.
Okay, and then so did you put that in the git bash?
I couldn't transfer it over to, here, hold on. I need to type it out.
Okay.
That'll go fast. I'm a fast typer.
I just want to know if you got something like after you git clone and then that website.
It is, it says bad pattern.
That's not good. Bad pattern?
Yeah. So let me try this again. I'll try it on my terminal.
Okay.
On my terminal to Git Clone.
Okay.
You know, when I clone it before I press enter, there's a little symbol, like an upper triangle, like a TP symbol. I forget what you call it.
Okay.
And then 2 brackets, and then it says 200 with a tilde, then the HTTPS code, and then at the end after git.get, it has a tilde mark. Should I erase those?
But it doesn't fail. Like it just says, it didn't say fatal or it didn't say bad.
No, it says ZSH : bad pattern.
But then like you tried it again. You said you tried it again.
Yeah, and it has the same thing. So I'm going to erase if that works. Okay. Erase the tilde mark, and I'm not sure why it would do that. This is probably one of the Git Clone.
Okay.
We'll see.
You're just using the Mac terminal, the regular Mac terminal?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if the Git commands work on that one. Because I think we might need a Git terminal.
Huh.
Yeah, I think you do need the Git for Mac. There's like this thing. It says download for Mac OS. You probably need this one for Git. It's a regular terminal.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Let's What about this? Like I can send you the. I guess here. Let me see. Where's the chat? Here we go. I'll just send you the link, and then you can take a look at it.
Okay. All right.
And then like, cause the regular terminal, same with like the Windows terminal, it won't work if you use that one. It has to be a Git terminal for Mac or Windows.
Oh.
For Windows is the Git bash one. So okay.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this then, and then I'll show you like how it can transfer over. So
yeah. Okay.
I'll
write it down.
On that repository, like the one he wants you to create, I would just probably use click new and create like a folder.
Okay.
And then you just put like VBA whatever assignment.
Okay.
And then, when you do that, click on public, and then he wants you to type something in the README, and it's kind of like describing the project thoroughly. He specifically said thoroughly. So like after I didn't do anything obviously because I don't know the project.
Sure. No. I can be wordy.
Yeah. But yeah, but you would want to do that. You should click this add a README file so you have the ability to use that. And then after that you click create repository. Okay. And then what ends up happening is, so within that master, you have this repository. And what I would do is the same thing as I did. I would go to code, I would copy, and I would open Git bash, and then Git clone, and then paste what I just copied. And it's gonna show this. Can you see the sun?
Yeah, cloning remote enumerating done. Okay, so Git clone.
Yeah.
HTTP. I wonder if that's been all my issues with terminal, at least.
Yeah.
So many issues, but yes, okay.
Now this is just a logistics. Like knowing this, it's always gonna be repetitive. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it. But okay. So Git clone, the reason why you want to do this is after you create what we just did, like a repository within the master, is so that you can connect what you're going to transfer over. So now you cloned it. The next thing you want to do is you need to find that the folder that you just cloned. So what I would do is probably put like directory, dir.
Okay.
And then you need to find where you place that one.
So locate homework file. Okay.
And then it should show up in here. Let me just see where it is.
Oh, down lower right, VBA assignment.
Oh, here, my documents.
My documents, okay.
Yeah. So what you want to do, it's going to be different for you, is like, once you find that, you just type in CD.
Okay.
And then, let's see if this one works. Here you go. And then CD is like transferring to that directory. And directory for us is like a folder.
Okay.
So after you found the, let's see where it is in there. Oh, it's doing it, never mind. Let me try to. Oh, let's see. I'll try to redo that one.
Okay, this is good. Fatal destination path. But then
So
yours shows up. Huh.
So CD and then assignment, that's the one. There you go, that's the one. And it's in here. All right. So after doing that, after you cloned it, you need to find like the folder. And then once you have that, you need to type in CD and VBA assignment or whatever folder you created.
Okay.
And then for Mac, instead of using, you know how I use dir here?
Uh-huh.
It's ls. For Mac, it's ls.
Okay.
And then what those mean, dir and ls, is for like the terminal, it shows you all your folders. Obviously, it showed me all my folders, right?
Okay.
And then like the way that you access or like go inside that folder is using CD. For Windows, I think Mac, it may be the same. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I recognize that one.
Is that one good? Okay, awesome. Yeah. All right. So CD, and then go to that folder, and then you always want to be switching between like ls and CD. The reason, okay, so ls shows you what's inside. CD allows you to go inside that folder. That's how and then so like after you do CD, you ls, you see okay, there's a README file. Our goal here is to go to this the VBA assignment, which is like the repository that we created.
Mm-hmm.
We want to transfer. We want to add your files into this folder.
Okay.
So how we do that is the first thing is Git Add.
Okay.
Yeah. So Git Add. So and then what you want to add is you go to let me see this one. You look for that guy. Just transfer this over. So you look for that folder. See that folder is already in here. Like, and then you just transfer this guy's in here. So the files that you want to transfer, manually transfer it.
Okay.
And let's see if that changed anything. Okay, it did. So you see it showed up in here, right?
Mm.
Okay, but that's only on your local like desktop. So now you want to do Git Add, and then go back to where you guys where you put it in here, and let's try to transfer this one by one. And that's what he meant by committing each one, because you're gonna transfer them one by one.
Okay.
So this is one thing to remember is when you copy the name, because you have to do that. You have to copy everything, not just the name and then the extension. So everything, the name and the extension.
Okay.
So you do that, you copy, and then you get and add, and the same thing, you paste the name of that file you just copied.
Okay.
And so here, and let's look at this if it's actually in here. Here you go. So try, if you want to check like what's happening, you know, like after you git add, you could put git status.
Git status, okay.
So I want to explain like what's in here first before I do like the commit and then the push. So when you do get status, it shows you all this bunch of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what you want to see here is like it says here changes to be committed. So the one that you added, once like every time you do git add, it's like it's a weird thing, but you have to stage your file. Like you're putting it on deck in order for it to get transferred. So when you're adding it, it's on deck to be added. It's on deck to be committed. In essence.
Okay.
Yeah. But then it's not committed yet. So,
just do it already. They won't do it. It makes it so many multi-steps. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then so what you do is get commit. The next thing is get commit.
Get commit. Okay.
And then what I usually do is like, because you have to add like a message. You put -$M.
Okay.
And then and you put like you know, as if you're writing a string, two double quotations.
Okay.
And then like just type in what, it doesn't really matter what you put in here, but like let's say like upload main VBA script, something like that. And then, you know, that's it. And then you enter.
Oh.
Yeah. See what? And then now let's look at get status again. Let's look at get status. See, like remember we were looking at like the file to be committed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it says here nothing added to commit. So now you have nothing to commit because you already committed that one.
Ah.
Yeah. And so the last step is get push. Get push.
Git push.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so let's see what this tells you, because it's gonna prompt you to do something. So get push.
Okay.
And it's doing this now.
Enumerating.
So get push pushes what's on deck and what was committed into GitHub. That's the last step. It pushes.
Oh.
So get add adds it on the stage or on deck, whatever. It's waiting to be committed. And then committed is like, okay, I'm gonna add like a comment, but then in order for you to get it to GitHub, you have to get push, which is the third step. So get add, get commit, get push. Get add, get push.
Get commit, get push. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a weird one, but that's how you do it.
Well, no, this is good because he's going to have us do this the whole time. So I think, you know, in our future sessions, I'm going to probably do this a few more times with you just to,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, get comfortable. And
I wanna at least like get you to do it on. You know, it's always good as a programmer to know how to do it on Mac and a PC. If we get to that point, you know. That's like masterful. Like you have no weakness because
it'll be a while for me. So
yeah. Okay, let's just check. Let's check if that worked though. Like, so after you do that, you want to like, you know, you want to have confidence that it worked. So you go back to the one that you created on GitHub.
Okay.
And then like you just refresh your page. And look, it's in here.
Aha. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what and then you know your comment that you put, it's actually upload main VBA script. It's actually in here. It shows up.
Oh,
Comment.
very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so maybe let's try put the pictures in here now, like the images that we cropped.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at what was in here before? Okay, so we have 3 images. Like I said, you have to do them one by one.
Okay.
So yeah, so all you have to do again is a copy, control all, and then copy this whole thing with the extension. And then, git add, and then git add has like, every time you get add, you can't just get add. You have to add like a file.
Oh wait, you git add before you git clone?
You only get clone once. Git cloning is just transferring your repository to your local drive.
Okay.
And then if you do get clone again, you're gonna see that I was getting a fatal error.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it says here already exists. Destination path, your folder already exists.
Well, that's what happened to me. Okay, so then I go directly on. Okay.
Once it says that, it's not like a bad, it's a warning.
Fatal. I don't know.
I know fatal right here is the wrong word, I think.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, but pretty much like I want to know if you'll show me, but a lot of people, they have trouble with navigating where the file is. It's usually like, where do I start doing it? And that's when you a combination between ls and cd.
Okay.
Before you do get add all the good stuff, you have to be inside that folder. That's why.
Okay.
So that's why after you get clone once, you look for the folder using ls and cd, and then once you're inside the folder, that's when you perform the get, add, commit, and push.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try doing this one again. So you get add, and then you do this image, and then nothing happens. But when you get status, when you go to get status,
yeah.
it shows you like what's going on behind the scenes. So it says here changes to be committed, right? And then this is the file that you just added, right?
Yep. So it's in staging. Okay. Yeah.
And then the next thing is, so it wants you to commit it, changes to be committed. So let's commit, then -m, and then add a string description, upload 2014 VBA results. Okay. And then so this happens, this is good. And then so now, I mean, you can check it again. You don't always have to put get status. It's just good to track what's happening. So this thing says there's nothing to commit now. And then also another thing, like, you know how like I move all those files into that folder? As you see here, it says untracked files. Untracked files is just things that didn't get added yet.
Okay.
So yeah, like this is dwindling down, right? There's already only 2 more. There's like 4 files in here.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then, so that's like knowing, tracking it, and then like checking it. Same thing. A lot of it is tracking because there's no GUI here. That's why it's like really tough sometimes. And then so the next thing is after you commit, you get push, and then let's see what happens. And then it takes a while, but then it's gonna do the same thing. There you go, and it's done. When you see this again, it's done. So let's do that 2 more times. So get add, get the 2015 one, then paste, and then get status, and then get push. Oh no, get commit -m, upload 2015 results. Okay, get status, get push. So yeah, it's pretty systematic, right?
Yeah. It's not. It's just a 3-step process there. Once you're cloning, after you've cloned, then you go through, look for the file, the ls and cd.
Yep.
And then add, commit, push.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you probably do it like your 4th time, that's when you get sick of it. Like, imagine if you had like 20 files, like.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. But this one, it wasn't that bad. But oh man, that's I think there is a way. There is a way. Like I saw online, there's a way to bash it. Like, because a lot of people don't, it's like nerve-wracking. It's like, I don't want to sit here the whole entire time. So you could
Uh,
actually automate that. But let's not do that though. That's like advanced stuff.
yeah, he's definitely wants us obviously for practice just to be comfortable with it. So maybe he'll teach us that just to, but
Okay.
for now everything's the long way.
It's a long way. Okay. I think we already have that one. Do you want me to like maybe you wanna do it first and then I'll look at it?
Sure. Okay, so
We can just do something like it doesn't have to be the file. Oh, actually, you already. I sent you the final submission. Yeah, I think we can just do that one.
let's see here.
Let
How
me
should
stop
we
sharing first.
okay. Now I'm gonna do terminal again because I don't have the Git bash uploaded yet, but I'll share my screen and then
Okay.
you can see what happens. There we go.
Okay.
And we'll attempt this. Okay.
All right.
So, let's see here. No, I want to change directory.
Yeah, we can actually do the CD and LS here. Like it works with any terminal.
Okay.
Try do LS. Yeah. Okay. So
LS.
good. We'll practice this one. You see LS. I use directory for PC. LS is for Mac. You see what it does?
Yeah, I pulled everything up, which is perfect. So then I know my local files are on my desktop and I think I /. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Good.
And then I want to change directory again to, let's see, which one did I do? No, I think I put it in. This is the problem when you keep testing and you keep opening files. Oh, wait. And I can't. I have to CD, VBA. We'll find out.
String not in.
So it's right here.
Why? Is that a file? No, it's not a file. It's a folder. Is that a folder?
Yeah, it's a folder.
How come it's not working with CD? Didn't try do LS. Can LS VBA
Homework.
No such file or directory.
That kept coming up. So I'm wondering, I know I have files in there.
Try to when you CD, but then don't put like the slash in it. VBA home.
Okay.
I mean sometimes okay. Still not it.
String CD string on power.
Oh, you know what? It allows times try to like CD the one where it's like one word with the underscores. Try like it's like when it doesn't really like spaces. Try the CD one where it doesn't have a space.
Okay.
It doesn't like the maybe like UCI one, yeah.
Yeah, UCI.
You may have to rename the VBA homework.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's fine. I can do that so long as I have a working solution.
Okay.
String.
That one worked, right?
Oh, it did work. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because I think it says it right there. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Try LS. Is there something in there?
There should
be. There's something in there. So it worked, right?
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. So then here we go. O2 VBA homework. That's the one I needed anyway. So CD O2.
Yeah, it doesn't like spaces. That's like the one thing.
Oh, but you're right. Because I need to.
That's the reason why a lot of people, when they name their files, it's because a lot of people do use GitHub and then a lot terminal. I mean, in general, people use terminal, and then terminals don't like spaces.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. CDO2. You know, it's going to kick me out.
Let's see.
Yeah, string. So let me find my. CI homework. VBA 02. VBA Oh, this one has it. VBA02 homework.
Oh, that one's good. Okay. Is that?
Oh, let's see here. I don't think I have anything in the, let's see. Oh, VBA. This is where I was keeping everything. So let me do this.
Okay.
Rename. Okay. All right. So let me go back. Oh, wait. So I need to go back, don't I?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to recognize. Do I do CD?
There's a way for you to like go back to the source. I forget which one that is. Let me see in Mac. You can go back to your base like root folder. Like it says base,
Okay.
Mac base. The other way is like just opening another one.
Oh, you know what? Let me clear. Yeah, let me clear. And then, oh my gosh, I'm losing it. List, okay. But I need to go back up.
Yeah. What I would do is probably just exit, and then go back to like looking for that, navigate through that one. Yeah, because this one will go back to this guy.
Excellent, okay. So, oh wait.
LS.
So
Yeah,
you told, and I'm like, I'm coded out here. Okay.
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 Yeah. Let's see.
List, and then change directory, VBA, home, work, list. So this is all my testing stuff. I had everything in this file, the instructions. Then this is your folder right here, final submission that you sent me.
Okay, let's see if the Git works in there. Try to go to the, oh shoot, that folder has like a space.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, you have to rename it. Yeah, let's try to rename that one if we can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just want to see if I know that like the commands might not work, but we'll see because like you need the Git for Mac.
Okay. So clear out again, you think?
Oh, you go to LS again. It should update. There we go. You updated.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Change directory, final submission. Okay. Now I want to, excuse me. Which one do I want to test?
Let's the Git clone. Actually, try type in Git Add. I just want to know if that even works. If it doesn't work, say nothing added, nothing specified. Oh, what is that? Look, maybe you wanted to say it does. It does work. It says Git Add works. Try to Git Add and then type. No, you need to copy something. You need to copy. You could put that, but then try to go to that folder and copy the extension file name.
Oh, not that, sorry. Again, how much do I have open here?
Okay. Oh yeah, maybe you could just do that. Yeah, let's try to do that. I want to see where this can go.
There we go. So this is the file, the folder.
Oh, I see. That's the folder. Okay. Try to go to that folder, and then.
But then it doesn't have
It doesn't
cloning.
Let me look at this thing. It doesn't have the cloning. Go back. Maybe you have to create your own. You could just from here. You could just create a folder from here.
Okay.
Try to go to the code, and then copy that guy in.
Okay.
and then go back to the terminal, and then Git Clone. Yeah, you have to put Git Clone.
Oh, not Git Add, Git
Yeah.
Clone. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry. Again, can't use the mouse.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like primitive.
It is for sure. Like,
Okay.
okay.
Yep.
So
Let's
then
see if let's see if this one works. Oh, there you go. It worked.
cloning.
You don't need.
Oh.
I think it's built in. I think it's built in for you guys in Mac.
Oh. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Because all of this is the same, right? Like it's doing the same thing. Now
This,
we have to find where the folder is. Now we have to find
okay.
try ls and like look for the VBA challenge folder.
Okay, final submission, homework, untitled, multi-year stock data. Okay, so the three,
Okay.
but
So
no, I don't, I'm sorry, I don't see the,
yeah, because you're inside the final submit. Try to like exit out of this. Like try to like open up a new terminal.
okay,
You don't need to clone again because you already cloned it once.
okay.
And then we just have to look for ls and then let's look for VBA challenge. Where would that be? This is the part that's like difficult because I don't know where it put that.
Well, this is on my Git hub, the challenge.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Where's this get challenge?
Git challenge. Oh, VBA challenge. Oh, sorry. VBA challenge is just on my my web terminal, not on my local drive. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, but we cloned it. That's the thing.
Oh,
When you clone it, all the files from your Git hub should transfer over.
okay. There we go. Okay. So I see final submission. This is the testing file. Wait, alphabetical testing. Oh, I need to go into.
Maybe it's in like users or something. Usually in the PC, there's like users.
PCI users.
Try to, yeah, it has to be in your main root folder. So try to open, like, it won't be in this one per se. Like try to open up a new
Again.
terminal and then like, so, and then C, LS, and let me just see where it might be. Could it be in iCloud Drive? It's a little different.
You know what? I closed iCloud Drive right now because it automatically would save, but then it would crash my Zoom whenever I was in class because so much bandwidth with Slack open, Zoom, iCloud, too much running. So
Okay. So where would it be then? Try to like, I want to see that first name in you know how like in the GitHub, what's the name of this master file? If you can move your terminal, if you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what's the name. Oh, UCI homework. Try to look for that folder. UCI homework McLean.
Okay.
It has to be one of those, like, because then we have to look, because now that it transferred it over to your file. Oh, isn't it that one? It's that one right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to CD that one, yeah. I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully this is the one.
Me too.
LS.
Excel. So this is, oh, you know what? The VBA. No, wait, I changed that. The O2 VBA. Well, it's.
Is that? Are those folders looking familiar? It looks like.
This is from like last week or like Excel when I was practicing, but.
Oh, really?
Okay. But I think I started with desktop. Oh, wait. Never mind. I have to
Or
go
maybe
back.
is it public? Maybe if it try to I want to see that folder again in your repository. So it says because you should see the same exact folder names: homework _1, VBA O2 homework, and VBA challenge.
Oh, you should see, I should see it in my local drive?
Yeah, because that's what we're doing. We have to transfer
That's what
that.
we're doing, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me,
You know what? There's another way. So you know, because you could always just add it. Like you don't have to do this. Try just adding and then typing in the name of the file, and then once we get to get push, it's gonna ask you for your username and password. So
on
look,
terminal,
yeah. So
okay.
let's look for the file that we had before, where the final submission is.
That is,
And like I said, it's really tough to like scavenger hunt. Like
it is.
that's like the toughest part because everyone's like, oh, what? Where the heck? What happened to it?
Uh,
But I want to see
oops,
because then in the end, if it doesn't have a clone, it's gonna ask for your username, and you have that, and it'll just add it there, and you can just move it from the GitHub.
okay. I do have final submission, so I wonder if I do. Because it's a folder.
Okay, and then okay,
Ah, there we are. There we are.
okay,
So
good.
we have the JPEGs, we have the big file, and then we have the BAS, the VBA script.
Okay, so let's just try it first. Any of
Yes.
these, whichever one.
Let's just try a JPEG.
Okay, go with the JPEG one. Yeah.
Okay, so I would Git Add
Yeah.
and then copy and paste.
Yep.
It's weird that this is a function it allows, but I can't use a mouse.
Weird, right?
Okay, so I've added it.
And to
Git
try type in git status. I just want to, yeah, that one. Yeah.
status.
Oh,
See,
okay.
then all this stuff comes up and I don't
That's good.
know.
That's good. All that red stuff is like things you didn't add.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I
The,
don't want to
gre-
add it.
the green one, I think there's a green one is the one that's on deck.
Ah, yes. Okay. I did something. Okay. So
Also,
then git commit. Okay.
git
Right.
commit, yeah, git commit minus M. Git commit,
Commit minus,
yeah.
oops, minus M
And then like,
quotes VBA challenge, oops, challenge screen shot. God, I can't spell right now. Screenshot 2014. Might as well be as descriptive as possible.
hoping that it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I think it worked. It worked. Okay, so that's good.
Okay. And
then
then
what's the next one?
git push.
Yeah.
Or do I just continue to commit until and then push everything at once?
You could do that if you wanted to. You could do that, yeah.
Oh, but I'm adding up commits,
yeah.
right?
But
Okay.
but let's see if this one can work. So yeah, try it. Oh, you added it somewhere. Where did it add it?
Resolve. Good question.
So,
To GitHub.
yeah, is it in here?
Let's see here.
Yeah, it says it's in here.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm reading
I'm
it.
shocked. In what?
I'm reading what it says too. And this is the folder name. Try refresh. You have to refresh. Try refresh first. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where is that button after everything?
But I think it's in it. Click on this first. This Safari, right? Like click on Safari. It should be up there somewhere. It says terminal though.
Okay.
Where does it say?
There's always usually, I'm used to a refresh button on the PC, but
I know,
not on
right?
the Mac.
Is it Command R?
Oh God, I don't even want to do. Oh.
Try click on the Safari icon. I think you have to be on Safari first. There you go. There you go. File. It's already in Safari. The ribbon change. Go to File.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, there you go. It's in front of us.
Okay, so
Was that was a JPEG file, right?
yeah, so let's see here.
It's not in here.
Uh-uh.
But it says it went to your folder, and it's in here somewhere.
Let's see here.
Read.
Maybe that's 13 days ago. Yesterday. Let's try committed yesterday.
You have to scavenge it again. Okay.
Hi. So this was all practice outside of the homework files.
Try go back to that one, the terminal. It tells you where it put it, the location of it. Oh yeah, click on that. Instead of the UCI, yeah, click on that one. Yeah. Is there anything in here?
Let's see here.
Repositories. Oh, I found it. Go back. Go back. I found where it is. Go to like that second one, the 1971. Yeah, that one.
Oh, it's private. Okay.
It's in here.
Oh.
Oh, 3 minutes ago.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Isn't it the one? That's the one, right?
That's the one. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. And now it's in here. So all you have to do is like, it's a JPEG file. You have to just move it. Just move it.
And so then I need to move it into my public folder into the UCI homework. So how do I do that?
Okay, try to like, you have to mess around. Try click on that dot, the triple dots on the right side.
Sorry.
Split inside, unswitch.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah.
View file. Okay.
Okay. You'll be able to move something from there.
Let me go down. Let's see, that's download, trash.
No, you don't want to do that. Okay.
No, not after all this work.
The other way is we can find that folder, but you don't want to do that one.
Desktop VBA homework. Yeah, I need to get it to that public folder. Well, you know what? I can keep practicing.
Okay.
And what I can do, because I know we're way over time, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But at least I showed you this part. So
yeah, absolutely. And what I'll do is I'll practice, and then maybe I'll just send you a message if I'm running into issues. Just like this is what's happening, and then otherwise I'll let you know, good or bad, that the homework is turned in.
Okay, good. Okay.
And any final issues, and then otherwise, I think we are good to go. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm glad that we had this chance. Thank you for.
Yeah, no, thank you. And I'll schedule another session with you.
Yeah, let me know what time works. I'm free. I have other stuff, but I should be free.
Absolutely.
If you want to do for the Python one, like if that makes sense to do like a weekly thing, because I could definitely dive into, like all the bits and pieces.
Yes, I would love that. I would love that, because like I said, I kind of got behind when I was focused on this and not what he was saying. And while I can go back, it's just a little, I don't want to get so overwhelmed again like I was on this one. So I'll probably, kind of look at, see if you're open probably this Friday. It'll give me a day or so to review this next homework assignment.
That'll be good, yeah.
And then we can walk through it together, and I can feel comfortable.
Yeah. Now, with the knowledge you have for VBA, I'm pretty sure you can easily transfer that to Python. Like, we'll see though. Like, let me know if you guys have notes, so I can like maybe look at like the within the periphery, and I'm talking about the same commands.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'll upload. I'll send you anything that he sent me
Yeah.
in terms of, yeah, just quick study types of things. And
He's probably
go-tos.
gonna talk about like basic first and then applied. The basics of Python is very simple, but then knowing like how it's applied, we have to talk about different modules.
Okay.
We'll get to that point. Yeah. Okay.
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 Perfect.
All right. So yeah, thank
Wonderful.
you. Sorry, I wasn't able to like do this part, but you got the steps, right?
Yeah, I got the steps. I'll get there. I think you
Yeah.
know, I'll figure it out. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. As long as it works on Mac, that's a good thing.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm
Okay.
there. I'm there around there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right. Have a good
all
one.
right. Thank
Yes,
you. You
yeah.
too.
All right.